Hey everybody, it's Glenn back with another Clash Royale analysis video. We're going to take another look at a game in the Orange Crown League playoffs. This is ZeroOne versus Arctic Gaming. We got Mago Pera versus Royale. You probably heard of Royale. He's one of the best players in Clash Royale, one of the greatest players in Clash Royale. Has had a lot of top 10 finishes, has been in CRL. He's going up against Mago, who in this season of Orange Crown League has been one of the 10 best players in terms of win rate. This was a really exciting one, and I'll just tell you right now, the difference ended up being 9 HP. So when I took a look at this game, I was like, okay, what was the difference? There had to be a difference, and we're going to see that difference. It doesn't look like they did anything really different, but you'll see it as we break this down. And I should tell you, kind of right off the bat, this is a mirror match. Both players ended up having the same lineup going in. Ice Wiz, Goblin Cage, Dark Prince, Mecha Minion, and Royal Giant. So it's clear Royal Giant for both players is the win condition. How are both players going to stop it? As we see there, Royal sets up Goblin Cage right in the grill of Royal Giant. And so can he do the same? Can he make that push with Royal Giant as he makes his way to the tower? So nothing really doing in the beginning. And we see here that both players know, they kind of now know that this is a mirror. That barrel I thought was really weird, but in trying to figure out exactly why that barrel was played that way, I just thought that, you know what, they know it's a mirror, nothing really special, and now we got two Royal Giants at the bridge. And it's so good that both players end up playing the same type of defense by putting a cage right in the grill of the Royal Giant. So far nothing doing. I mean, it's close so far. I mean, that's what happens when you have a mirror match against played by two pros who know what they're doing. It's gonna be that way, really. So here comes the first difference is Royal goes with Royal Giant and Mago goes with Dark Prince. And that sets it up after he stops that Royal Giant. Mago can come in with the Royal Giant, but that gets stopped here. And meanwhile, on the right side, we have a Dark Prince battle. So we kind of have two win conditions, really, even though it's, Royal Giant is the main win condition. And it makes sense. But you see here with this Dark Prince, played by Mago, it's kind of like, okay, is Royal paying attention to what is going on right here? If he is, he's going to play a Dark Prince, which he did. If it's not, then this Dark Prince becomes a de facto win condition. While everybody's focused over here on this Royal Giant, can the Dark Prince do anything? And Dark Prince almost did something right there for Royal, which was pretty wild. So now we got another Royal Giant. Stopped by Cage. Dark Prince. Here comes Mecha Minion. And that tornado played by Mago. And a fireball. See, at this point, when Mago threw that fireball, I was thinking, okay, he's probably just going to fireball cycle because it's 4 elixir versus 6 elixir. Yes, Royal Giant can do more damage if he gets through. But as we're seeing, it's kind of been a stalemate so far with the Goblin Cage just getting in the way and everybody just flooding the board with troops that are stopping the Royal Giant. So can that Dark Prince get to tower? Nope. Again, just by a square. So Royale decides to go to the back because he plays the cage in the middle. And Mago does the same. And the reason, it makes sense for Mago to do it because he sees that cage. And now it's up to Royale to cycle through so he can get another cage through. And so Royal Giant gets stopped by cage. And so does Mago. And another stalemate. Nothing doing so far. And here is the difference. The cage on the right side did not lure in that Royal Giant. And Royal Giant gets 3 shots on the tower. And like I said, this ended up being a 9 HP difference. It's pretty wild how the closest of games come down to just the littlest of things. If we watch this Royal Giant on the right side, it gets pushed by the cage forward, not backward or to the side. And so because it got pushed forward, that Royal Giant gets 1, 2, takes care of the cage and gets 1 more shot on the tower. Can you imagine how much different this game would be if that Royal Giant focuses on that cage from the beginning? It probably doesn't get to the tower, just given how many troops are right there. And then given that, this is kind of the sliding doors, the what ifs of this game. We're now probably focusing on the left side and what could happen over there because Royale had played defense. But unfortunately, in this case, Mago's Royal Giant got through, and now the game has turned because Mago takes the lead. But here comes Royale with the push himself. That tornado. And speaking of tornadoes, Royale hasn't played tornado yet. He's run with 6 cards. This was another fascinating thing by this. We are 4 minutes and about to be 4 minutes and 30 seconds into this game, and Royale has played 6 cards. He has cycled through 6 cards, which is unreal. He still has a fireball and a tornado that he hasn't played yet, which is pretty crazy given that, you know, we're in triple elixir right now, which means if both players wanted to, and I brought this up earlier, they could fireball cycle. They opted not to because they believe that getting Royal Giant to the front can provide more value than just fireball cycling. Which is the case with what happened with Royale. Now, here comes Mago. Can he answer? Nope. Here comes a cage. And Royale finally uses tornado with 17 seconds left. They trade fireballs. Here comes another Royal Giant. Another tornado. They both use tornado. And they trade fireballs again. And like I said, it was 9 HP. That was the difference. Mago wins it. I mean, it was really incredible to see how both players played against each other, given that it was the same deck. And it was really fascinating that Royale played only 6 cards for nearly the entire 5 minutes. He went with Fireball at the end, Tornado at the end, but he was just cycling 6 cards. I mean, it is pretty wild. And that one miss by that cage ended up being the difference here, and Mago takes the win for 0-1. I mean, it was just really fascinating to see like how well these players played this Royal Giant deck. So congrats to Mago. I'm going to end the video right here. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe wherever you're watching this, and I'll see you in the next video.